what I do. On July 7, 2008, I got a call that would change my life for good. The police called my aunt and said that my cousin Marquette had just got hit by a drunk driver and was killed at the scene. I had a feeling that something happened because that night, me, my brother, and cousin were hearing things drop in the kitchen and in the living room. But everyone was in bed and my parents were asleep. Around 3 or 4 in the morning, I heard my mother crying and she ran across the hall. She called us over there and told us that my cousin got hit by a car, but she didn't tell us he was dead. Rewind a couple of months. McCoy had just graduated from Central High School in 2008 and was planning on going to college on a full football scholarship. We were all outside in May watching him off to prom having a good time. We are a very close family and in fact live directly across the hall from each other. At the end of June, my mother, father, and I went to University Studios for a week where we purchased gifts for everyone. We returned home the very next day and there was Marquand at the door saying, "Mama, what you give me?" She told the boy he could at least say hi first and gave him one of his gifts. The other one she was waiting to get engraved and give to him, but she never got the chance. The day of his death, my mother and I were headed to his job, but it was too late. He had just gotten off and was on his way to our house. He was there playing the PlayStation 2 with my brother and having a good time and laughing. He then left and said he loved us and that he would see us later. He was headed to his friend's house. My mother told him to be careful, and she said, "I'll see you tomorrow." Those were our last words to him. Fast forward to after the phone call. Once my mother was there for a while, she called us over there and told us he was hit by a car. But as we watched the news and the story ran and his picture was shown, we knew then that our cousin, that we would never see him again. I watched the pain my aunt and cousin and mother were experiencing, and I tried to be strong for them. The day before his funeral, my mother arranged a private goodbye. The day of the funeral, it was rough and emotional, but the hardest thing to do was to bury him. To know that a person with such a bright future who was loved not only by family and friends, but by his principals and teachers,